There is for certain never been a better time for learning than today. And by learning, I don't necessarily mean formal education. I'm talking about learning in general, including self-education. And I think this is partially thanks to the current multiplicity of the channels that we utilize to get access to information. Similarly, but also very interestingly too, there's never been a more distracting time for learning, where people/students find it the hardest to focus and concentrate on learning and acquiring new skills. And most of the times, social media platforms and modern electronic devices are the most trivial things when justifying our inability to focus. In this video, I would like to talk about something else apart from social media and electronic devices. Something that, when dealt with, will hopefully help you maximize your learning by elevating your focus and concentration levels. Let's get it. Right. So if this is not your first time watching videos that are related to focus or concentration, then you have probably heard many times by now that social media platforms and electronic devices like cell phones, computers, and stuff, they are definitely the main threatening things when it comes to focus and concentration. To be honest with you, I don't want to contradict that. I do believe that it is true to a certain degree, or maybe it's entirely true, but there are certain elements about it, about our inability to focus that are sometimes not emphasized enough, and I just want to create that emphasis. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I want to talk about. I'm not saying that social media platforms and electronic devices do not cause any threat to your focus and concentration. I do agree with those people that support that idea. I simply have something else. I simply have another observation, which is something that's not new, something that most of you have already heard before. You know, something it's something that most of you have already heard about before, but it's not something that's popular enough. And I do believe that by making it popular, maybe some people can actually get a lot of advantage from that too. You know what I'm saying? So this is something related to our environment, our studying environment, or learning space, if you will. So let's say, for instance, right? Actually, I just want to say something real quick. Our brain is designed. Sorry, I just wanted to adjust the exposure for a little bit because it was okay. So I was talking about, the brain. So the brain is basically designed, biologically designed, to identify certain patterns in the natural world. you know and once your brain identifies certain patterns, it will register those patterns or record those patterns as a memory. So every time that you do it again, or every time that you're exposed to that experience again, your brain already knows how to react or how to do it or what's going to happen. So that's basically how the brain works. This is like a minimal explanation of how the brain works. It's kind of in layman's terms. So what's going to happen most of the time is your brain has already identified certain places as places maybe to have fun, places maybe to socialize, to be with friends, and laugh. Like, let's say, for instance, you go to church, right? When you go to church to worship God. Okay, you go to church to pray, worship God, and sing gospel songs and stuff like that. That's why you go. That's the reason why. Maybe you got some other reasons why you go to church, but that should be the primary reason why you go to church, right? To worship God. You go to school because you want to learn. If you walk into a library, maybe because you want to pick up a book and read. Okay, so your brain has already identified those places. There's places where you go to do specific things. Okay, you don't go to church to what? To, I don't know, this right here. Mm? This is not. This is not. This is not why you should be going to church. If this is what you're doing in the church, dude, you're wrong, man. You lost right here. So this is not the reason why you should be going to church. What I'm trying to say is, there are certain things or certain places where the brain, there are certain places where the brain has identified that your brain already knows that certain things are going to happen in that place. So when you go there and try to read, you try to learn, there is a mismatch. You know what I'm saying? There is no concordance. There is no agreement between what your brain is expecting and what you want to do in that particular place. You can't pick up a book, a regular book, let's say a novel, and then you walk into a church, the pastor or the priest is preaching, and then you try to read a novel for real. That's not going to happen. Your brain is already expecting something else because your brain has identified certain patterns that usually. So if you have problems or difficulties when it comes to focus or concentration on learning, try to create new environments. Try to create a new environment where you can learn, where your brain sort of acknowledges that environment as an environment where you only learn, an environment where when you enter into those premises, you are going in there because you want to learn, and your brain already knows that. So it really helps when your brain sort of knows what you're going to do in a particular place, what you're going to do in a certain place, what are you going to do in a specific place. When your brain already knows that, then there is an agreement between what your brain is expecting, the chemicals that your body is going to be producing, and what you actually want to do yourself in that particular place. So when there is that agreement, there is more concentration, and there is your concentration and focus levels will be elevated. That's basically what I'm trying to say, and I hope you guys really understand, because truly what I'm all about helping people out. I can concentrate for like 8-10 hours a day if I want it. I don't do that, but I can do that. Hey, man, so we're gonna have to end the video. So thank you for watching, and I do really appreciate everything. um Man, make sure to focus, make sure to concentrate, and if you want to concentrate, make sure to create that specific environment for learning. Make sure to design yourself that specific environment for learning, because I think that's one of the ways that you can actually maximize your learning, by elevating your focus and concentration levels. Okay, so don't forget to do that. Once again, guys, my name is Ernesto Mazembe, and if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'd really, really appreciate that. With that said, guys, I have nothing else to say. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a few days. Take care, and hey, don't forget to love you, all right? Peace out.